are two funny ones. This one's expensive. It's 25,500. It would be less.
Just hold it like that. Hi everyone, I'm David Lisot. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona at the American Numismatic Association Coin Convention, and I have the opportunity to interview Catherine Bullowa of Coin Hunter, longtime numismatist, member of the ANA, member of the Professional Numismatist Guild. Catherine, thank you for being here. Can you tell me, how did you get started in the coin hobby?
My first husband was in it, and he let me assort his coins that were in coin cabinets. I'd never heard of 2-cent pieces, 3-cent nickel, 3-cent silvers, and then he passed away in 1953. So then I took over, started, tried, and it worked. And I've been doing it ever since.
What was it about coins that attracted you to them?
Just feeling them and seeing such early coins that were still in existence that could be available. I just enjoyed it.
You bought coins, you sold coins, and you auctioned them. Tell me about your business.
Yes, I've held auctions until a year ago, but it's a lot of work, so I decided I'd stick to store selling and conventions for the time being.
What were some of the most valuable coins that you handled?
I had a 1795 silver dollar that brought a little over $1 million. So I was ready to faint. I didn't even know how to write a million, but Ron Guth was the auctioneer and he helped me. That was the most historical moment in an auction. But I've had half Disneys, early half cents. I used to collect early half cents, sold them, collected early half dimes, sold them for the business. That's about the small things that not everybody wants to collect.
Who were some of your mentors? Who were the people that taught you about coins and collecting?
Mostly by experience, just practicing. Charles Wormser came down when I first started in 52, after David died, 53 rather. And I asked him and he said, yes, that's okay, no, and that was it. From then on, I just tried to be very conservative. That's what I do.
What kind of man was Charles Wormser?
He was in New Netherlands, in New York City, New Netherlands Coin Company. And David had been a partner of his for a while until David opened in Philadelphia and took over Ira Reed's shop on his own. So that was it.
And did you know any of the other people at New Netherlands?
John Ford, I knew later.
What was John like?
Character, but I knew Walter Breen, and he was very helpful too. So he helped me a lot with varieties of half cents. And I wanted him to write a book, but he wasn't ready to do it. And eventually he did write a book. But I wanted to sponsor him. That fell through. He didn't go through with it. He was a little eccentric too.
Any stories that you can tell about him or that you remember, or dealings that you had or did?
I'm not fit to print. No, I don't. No. We used to ride to New York on the train from Philadelphia, so we tried to change places. He studied biology, and I was a zoo major at Connecticut College, so he went into science as well as numismatics, and I went into numismatics from science. That's how I really knew how to grade coins, from looking at things with a microscope, magnifying glass. Experience. Just keep practicing.
And I understand just yesterday Harry Foreman passed away.
Correct.
Did you know Harry?
Very well. Harry started, he was a vegetable dealer in Philadelphia, and then he came up to try and sell some proof sets to us, and I paid him a quarter more because that was the market, and he thought that was so great He went all the way down, got some more at the mint, brought them back, and that's how he started.
Who were some of the other dealers that you know from the East Coast that you dealt with? The Stacks?
Stacks. I'm trying to think fast. Who else? There were a lot of people in business. There were some ancient dealers, old timers. I'm trying to think of all their names, though, or not.
Do you know Lou Werner?
Yes, Lou, very well. Paper money specialist. And I dealt with him quite a bit. And then there was Mr. Moss in Philadelphia. I didn't sell him anything, but he was a lawyer. And he was president of the ANA for a while. And he twisted my arm to join the ANA. So I said, I'm not ready, but he said, join it. So I did. He passed away. Most of the people I know passed away, unfortunately. Trying to think of the ancient dealers. There were a lot of people, mostly in New York City.
Do you know Hans Schulman?
Yes. In fact, Hans Schulman was a friend of David's. He was also a character, and he had us there before I was married to David for a cocktail party. And I saw all these people from Europe that were dealers. And I said, what is a numismatist? I wasn't familiar with the term numismatist. What kind of a queer person is that? So he explained it. But yeah, I got to know Hans very well, his wife, Max Kaplan in New York, Foxy Steinberg, Henry Christensen, and his son later, Bill. They were all in the same area of time.
When did you first join the American Numismatic Association?
Say it, probably 1953, I think. I became a life member 355. I could have been like 280, but Lou Regan was the secretary, and he said David had been 155 or 55. If I joined, the only 55 he could give me was 355, so I took it. Yeah, I think David was 55.
Tell me about when you joined the PNG, the Professional Numismatists Guild.
1953, between 53 and 54. And then I served on their board of directors, I think 7 years. The International Association of Professional Numismatists. I was a member from 55, I think it was, on, and they put me on the board there, and I served quite a while there too.
What was it?
What was the?
What was it like dealing with Abe Kossoff?
Abe was okay. I didn't do a lot of selling to him. I tried to buy in one sale, and that wasn't so great, so I didn't do any more. I was buying for a collector. Tell you more later. Any other?
Well, can you tell me what's your best coin story? Tell me the best story of when you bought and sold a collection.
A collection? No. I only sell single. The best story is still the silver dollar that we sold at auction.
How did you come by it?
I bought it from a collector in the 60s. I think it was 1965. I sold the rest of his collection, but I liked the looks of that piece, so I put it aside from 65 until 2 years ago. I think it was 2 or 3. About December of 90. Anyway, just a couple of years ago, and that's the one that brought over $1 million. Of course, I didn't keep the money. It's gone into other coins.
How would you counsel someone to get started in the hobby?
They should first read a book on the coins, like the guidebook of U.S. coins, get an idea of grading from what it says in the book, go around and ask people questions. Don't hesitate to talk to people. And they'll, if it's an old timer, they should be able to be helpful. That's the main thing. Don't jump overboard to buy a coin because you think it's cheap. Just wait until you know whether it is inexpensive or not. And then ask a few people what they think.
And Catherine, how would you like to be remembered?
If you want some, I'll bring it over.
I don't know. Just that I like to deal with the kids that were starting,
Quarter-ounce to
and that I did my best for the hobby in every way, every field, foreign and U.S. That's it, I think.
Catherine Bullowa, thank you for speaking with me. I'm David Lisot in Phoenix, Arizona at the ANA Convention 2008. Thanks for watching.